Can you give me an example of AI helping either detect an ailment, develop a medicine, or executing it in a better way?
In medicine discovery, you have to first identify the target where you want that drug molecule to be get acted. So in body there are lakhs of target present, but with the help of AI you can easily see which target is most effective, which drug molecule is most effective. So it has fastened the whole process.
I take the symptoms, I feed it to AI, and it gives me medicine. I give that medicine to the patient. Is it a right process?
At the end it's a machine, so it's better to consult a physician if that actually it's a critical patient.
Physician would also commit an error.
Good evening, sir. Thank you.
Okay, Devansh, can you tell us something about yourself?
So I have done my bachelor's in pharmacy, B.Pharm, from VS College of Pharmacy. While doing my graduation, I had held several leadership positions, including president, which is general sec of my college. I have held more than 120 plus event and industrial interaction. With that, academically, I have written a lot of research papers and review articles, and I have worked across the spectrum. Now in MBA, I'm looking forward to work as a product management in marketing side.
Now, I can see that you have at least 7 publications and research papers and publications.
Yeah, I have one research paper under process. Its manuscript has been published, and I have four review articles. Yeah.
So if you have so much background in research, then why not go for PhD?
So I think there are always two sides in the pharmacy. So one side makes medicine, another side sells medicines. So I feel I have good product understanding. That's why I want to go into product management so that I can sell that product. I'm more inclined towards business side of pharmacy. I have explored both the sides. I have explored the research side as well, and as always like a business side as well. My family business in pharma. So
Devansh,
yeah,
relax. Take 2 deep breaths.
okay.
Go ahead. And reduce your speed to 80%.
Okay.
Correct?
Yeah. So while working in my family business, so I realized that I am more inclined toward business side, and I like to sell the product. I like to position that product. So that's why I want to be in the business side.
So you would be eventually in the pharmaceutical industry itself, only on the business side now.
Yeah, like pharmaceutical or FMCG industry.
So if a consulting firm comes to recruit you, you would say, no, I have a different plan.
No, if it's a good consulting firm, then I can make that position in consulting firm. Obviously, different company try to take a consult from them. So if they are giving me a role in which I can consult healthcare brands or a FMCG brand, then I'll take a role, definitely.
So you mentioned you have a family business in pharma.
Yeah.
So what sort of business is that?
So we have retail and distribution in pharma side, and as well as we have a property business in which we do construction, commercial construction, and we rent that property out. So I look for work in both the business. I'm currently working in my family business.
So post MBA, why would you want to work in some FMCG company or some other pharma company? Why don't you go back to your own business?
So as I mentioned, like my one business is the property business in which we just rent properties out. So it's more sort of a passive income. I don't have to actively work in that. Once I rent that property out to a company, it's just a passive income. And in the distribution business also, it has got quite automated. So like the orders comes in, the auto automatically gets fulfilled, the software automatically generates the bill. So my active participation is not needed. And I want to explore the corporate firm, and it's my eventual plan that I want to start something of my own.
After how many years of working in corporate?
Once I gain a good experience of product and the good experience of the market, and I realize like I have spotted a weakness, I have spotted a opportunity, then maybe.
Do you have any idea about what industry would you like to explore?
Most probably like a pharmaceutical or a FMCG side only, most probably.
Okay, so if it were a pharmaceutical product, let's say, why won't you expand the existing business that you have?
The thing is, in the existing business which I have, there's too much competition and there's no uniqueness. Like there are already multiple agencies, there are already multiple clients, and in our business, geography is a factor. Like if I'm based in Akola, so I can just cater to the Akola. Already other district would have other agencies, and the company which we are catering to, that company won't permit us to cater to other districts.
So in the other district, you hire some other company, as in you have some other companies. Let's say 10 different companies, 10 different districts or area, no?
We have tried that, but like Indian market is quite saturated. Like they are already catering to old companies like Sun Pharma, Lupin, already old companies, and they already have a agency in that particular market.
So you did your 12th standard in 2018 and finished your B Farm in 2025.
Yeah.
So why did you take 7 years?
No, I had a year gap. So after 12th, I took a gap because my father got suffered from dengue. At that time, I had to look for my family business and I have to work in my family business.
To entire year.
Not entire year, but at the period of the examination period. So I was not able to give a CET exam, which is to be given for the pharmacy admission.
Why did you not take admission into any college that does not need an entrance examination?
I had shortlisted some of the colleges. Like one was with the college which I graduated from, and one more college because this college have incubation program. I wanted to participate in incubation program or be in a college which can provide me good opportunity.
So that accounts for 1 year. 7 minus 1, you still have 6 years.
No, I have graduated, I have my provisional degree of 2025 early. Like I have graduated in April month, so for 4 years. Like from December 2020 to February 2025,
So you started your graduation on December
2020.
2020.
So 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024. And completed early 2025. So roughly 4 years, 3 months. Like that's how the pharmacy profession is, like duration of pharmacy profession.
So 18 to 20, still 2 years gap.
No, 1 year gap. Like I've completed my 12th in February 2018, and then that was a COVID period as well. So my admission was quite late. So and I've started my graduation in December 2020. So, and due to COVID, the admission was delayed. Admission started late.
So you have worked in a number of different unrelated industries, sort of. So you have worked with shipping.
Yeah.
You have worked with insurance, and also you have worked with pharma. So why is this?
So I wanted to explore the export-import side of pharma. Everyone say pharma have a good export industry in India. So for that, I started working with a green shipbroking company because directly I was not able, because I didn't have a license. So I was not directly able to work in a company which was directly into pharma exports. So I worked in a middle company, which acts as a broker kind of in export industry. Then after that, I worked in insurance because at that time, insurance had a great penetration in India and healthcare is quite related to insurance. So I thought of exploring that side. So I worked in Ditto Insurance as a management intern. And then I have worked as a management intern in which I worked in several departments. So I worked in a pharma nutraceutical company. So in that I worked in marketing, operations, and almost all the departments.
So this is a spelling error, shipbrokering.
Yeah, so actually logically there is no word like shipbroking, but that was a shipbroking was that company used to act as a mediator between the companies which needed their product to be get shipped and as a company which have containers. So that's why shipbroking.
You have done something in AI as well, right?
I have written some of my papers in AI.
Can you give me an example of AI helping either detect an ailment, let's say a tumor for that matter, develop a medicine, making some permutation combination of molecules, or executing it in a better way, executing the medicine in a better way?
Like a real world example?
Yes.
So first, if I say AI helping in drug discovery, like as you mentioned, AI helping in medicine. So in one of my research project only, I take a help of AI. So you are in medicine discovery, you have to first identify the target where you want that drug molecule to be get acted. So in body there are lakhs of target present. So earlier before AI, you have to individually make an Excel, spot what is the toxicity and what is the level of binding between different target and drug and filtering out. But with the help of AI, you can easily see which target is most effective, which drug molecule is most effective. So it has fastened the whole process of drug discovery. And in drug discovery, you have processes like clinical trials and different processes in which data sets are there. So in all such process, AI just fastens the whole process. And in
Anything that is discovered this way, any medicine that you can cite discovered this way?
I'm not aware of any medicines I have recently discovered this way. But I'm I'm in my college as well, and I'm sure that in drug discovery, like in molecular discovery, at a very earlier stage, AI is used.
So can I do this thing that I take the symptoms of a candidate or a patient, I feed it to AI, it is trained on the medical data.
Yeah.
It gives me certain answer that you give him these kind of medicines. I also give him reports, give AI reports. These are the reports, and it gives me medicine. I give that medicine to the patient. Is it the right process?
Another thing is there are if you're doing for the generic or OTC drug, the over-the-counter drug, then it's okay because they don't have a major side effect. But it's better to consult a physician before giving any extreme drugs, or if that patient is actually suffering from anything. Because still AI have their own biases, AI have their own data. At the end, it's a machine, so it's better to consult a physician if if that actually it's a critical patient, then it's obviously better to consult a physician.
Physician would also commit an error.
Yeah, a physician can commit an error, but such patient would need a constant watch and everything. So I think it's better if that patient is under a physician's watch.
Can it be a nurse, somebody who is watching?
I think it's better if it's a physician, because physicians are generally specialized in one thing, any MD doctors. So it's better if they...
What is a type 1 and type 2 error?
I'm familiar with these terms, but I'm not exactly sure.
What is a cytotoxin?
I'm not sure.
So which country did you represent in Model United Nations?
So it was the Indian parliamentary. It was a complete Indian parliamentary system. We were presenting the Rajya Sabha. So I was heading the opposition leader. At that time, leader of opposition was 𝐴𝐮𝐴𝐻𝐿 Khadge. So I was that.
Okay. So why didn't you call it Model Indian Parliament? Why is it MUN, Model United Nations?
Actually, that it was done by the Rotaract Club, Rotaract 3141 of Mumbai, and they headed that as a Rotaract MUN.
What is a medical tourism, Devansh?
In a lot of countries, including India, especially in Hyderabad, Nagpur, the medical facilities are comparatively cheaper. So in that time, some of the companies where the medical or healthcare are quite expensive, like in some of the African nation or US, lot of patients come to India for their basic surgeries or some of the medical treatments. So medical tourism is that if you are going to a cheaper country where you are taking your treatment.
Okay. Why is Hyderabad so important for Indian pharmaceutical industry?
So Hyderabad earlier, the state government of Hyderabad, they signed a lot of MOUs with a lot of pharma companies. So majoritarily the formulation which happens in the lot of companies, including Tirupati, Cipla, it happens in Hyderabad, and they have very big pharma firms. So majority of the pharma products come from Hyderabad.
Okay. So do you study related to ailments in your pharmaceutical studies?
Somehow, like we have to study about the ailments. Like in one of my research project, it was about TB. So in that I did.
So this what do you call medicine? This vaccine of coronavirus was developed. There was this term very frequently thrown that is called retrovirus. What is a retrovirus?
Retrovirus basically is a gimmick virus. So retrovirus is a dead form or a weak form of that virus, which is given so that person develop its immunity on base of that virus. And
that's the basics of vaccine that you're sharing.
Yeah.
I'm asking about what is so retro about a retrovirus.
I'm not exactly aware of that.
Okay.
So you also done some certifications in financial market and equity market analyst and all. Okay. So what is happening in share market these days?
If I tell about today, share market is mostly flattened nowadays. Today, Dr. Reddy, Biocon perform good.
Only today.
Okay.
In general.
In general, today the Indian share market is quite low from few months cause of tariff, and especially the IT, pharma, these few industries which have lot of tailwinds in the US. So such industries not performing quite good. Overall, but due to DIIs, the direct investors, the Indian markets is going good, but FDIs has been low.
Now, suppose I approach you with 20 lakh rupees and I want to invest those 20 lakh rupees in share market. So, which sectors would you suggest me to invest?
If I treat you like my clients, so what are you looking for, a long-term investment or a short-term one, like a 10 years, more than 10 years or?
So, it's a long-term investment.
Okay, so we can go for a coffee can investing, which is we can tend to more investment towards large cap because that will more or less grow only. So we can put your majority chunks of money in large cap and the small chunks of money which you can prepare for the risk, which is okay if we take the risk, we can put that in mid cap and small cap, majorly but in mid cap. Or we can
What percentage did you say?
large chunk, like not exact percent, but a large chunk of money in large cap and some chunk. Or we can do a mutual fund of whole money in Nippon or different mutual funds.
So, what are the areas of your improvement?
Like in terms of what?
So, let me put it other way. What are your weaknesses?
Okay. I'm more of a jack of all kind of a person. So I want myself to be like more focused now, like more focused towards business management, and I want to work in that, like towards the fundamental, understanding different aspects of business, different things. So I think that's my pro, that I'm jack of all. So
Now, what if I tell you that MBA is jack of all?
and that's my strength.
Yes, sir, I'm done.
Okay, Devansh, your interview is over. We'll begin with the feedback. Okay. So, how do you think it went?
I think I should prepare some of the answers more, like why I'm choosing MBA, and I should be, I think, more familiar with the technical side of pharma, like some mentioned about the retrovirus. So I should be aware of the pharma, a few of the pharma terms, I feel, and I should, I think, quite slow down my pace of answering. Yeah.
See, overall, you are a confident person, confident student, and this interview was overall fine.
Okay.
And you need to work on certain rough edges, that is for sure. Okay. Now, firstly, most importantly, the first question that we ask you on introduction.
Yeah.
Okay. So, why do you think we asked that question?
So that you get the gist of me overall, what I have done before, in past 4 years or something.
So, what are we going to do with that?
Understand how person, like what he has done and what he is and everything, I guess.
See, one important functions that this introduction serves is that you give us some hooks so that we will pick up the threads from there and take the interview in that direction.
Yeah.
So definitely you want to highlight only strong points, the points that you can handle comfortably in your introduction. And this is not to say that you highlighted your weak areas in the introduction, but this is a general feedback.
Okay.
Now, do you think overall you did a good job on introduction?
I feel I was more comfortable with the extracurricular part of which I did in my college. Like I was the president, so I think I should have mentioned that with the most stress.
That is fine. But one major problem that I found in your introduction is that towards the end you gave the answer to why MBA.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Wait for that question to come to you. Okay. Because understand that interviewers have only 15-20 minutes to make up their mind whether you are a good candidate or not. Okay. If you give the answer to why MBA question right there, one interpretation could be, and it all depends on their interpretation. It may not have been your intention. It all depends on their interpretation. One interpretation could have been you're not really comfortable with the idea of going for MBA. You cannot probably justify it well. That's why you preempted that question from coming to you by giving the answer yourself.
True that.
So don't do that. Wait for that question to come to you. Okay. Now, when it comes to why MBA, See, overall, you have a fairly interesting profile and a different profile. Okay, so capitalize on that.
Okay.
Now, when it comes to why MBA, okay, the idea that you talked about is that you have seen the research side, and in pharmaceutical industry has two aspects.
Yeah.
One is make medicines, and the other one is sell medicines. Fine. Now, can you give more some sort of? Can you add some spice to it?
Okay.
In the sense that you already have good enough research profile. Okay. So, even if you work in a research profile, okay, you will contribute. Definitely, you'll be able to contribute.
Yeah.
But the time period that we are talking about, the time horizon. Maybe you start working on a medicine today. The results will be visible, say, a few years down the line, after all regulatory approvals and everything, right? On the other hand, if I work in this kind of profile, if I work in sales of medicines,
Yeah.
I will be able to touch more lives
And
by getting to, and I'll be able to impact. I will be able to create impact on more lives.
some more lives. That's true.
So that an angle appeals to me more. So the idea that you want to talk about is not downplaying research. You give importance to research. That is very needless to say. It is important. But what appeals to you more is the other aspect.
Okay, perfect, sir.
Now, if I want to get involved in this kind of activity, then better I should know about other business functionalities as well.
Okay.
Because one of our professors always used to say that no problem faced by the organization is only a marketing problem or only a finance problem or only a sales problem. It is an organization problem. So I need to know about different functionalities of business. So B School is a place where I will learn about different functionalities. Like
True.
finance, marketing, HR, everything. Okay? So that is why I want to go for MBA.
Perfect.
So the idea that you want to convey is this is something I want to do. And if I want to play that role effectively, then I need to have some other knowledge, some more knowledge, which currently I don't have. And I will get that in an MBA.
Base college.
Now, how you draw that link, that is up to you. So for that, go through the curriculum of MBA schools and what sort of program that they offer. And not only that, see, MBA is not only about what they teach in college. It is also about industry interaction and what sort of events that happen on campus. So let the gist of all come to you and establish that this is what I want to do. And MBA is a bridge
Between establishing
between
that
where
bridge.
you are and where you want to go. Okay. And then that answer to this gap question, that was somewhat weak.
Yeah.
So in 2018, your father had suffered from dengue. Fine. So in 2019, you would have got admission, and you said that because of COVID, it was delayed. So COVID happened in 2020. So still there is an unaccounted year of 1 year.
Well, I just cross-check my graduation year one more time. Like
How can you forget your graduation?
I'm quite sure about 2018 and 2020, but I'll just cross-check once again.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Then when I ask you that somewhat uncomfortable question, that you worked in number of different industries, right? You worked in insurance, you worked in shipbroking, and all. You were able to handle that question quite well.
And that one as well, this weakness is you consider yourself jack of all, and then sir told that MBA is all about that, and then it's my strength. So that way you're answering. See, impromptu answer you give really well. I appreciate that, right? Energy level is phenomenal. As in, I would love to talk to you after the interview as well. कि चलो यार इसके साथ बैठ के मस्त बात करते हैं, ठीक है? So this shadows the gaps that you have, right? But it will not shadow it for long, right? So I like that you have a research profile, you have done research, and you have also done management thing. So use this to enhance this to claim a B school seat, right? Jack of all trade is not a weakness that you think in a way. It's not a weakness. It were a weakness. It would have been a weakness when you were not at all pharmacist.
Yeah.
I know how much you have got 6.96, decent enough, right? So are you not a pharmacist? You are a pharmacist. So what is the entire saying? Jack of all trade, master of none. What do you have? Jack of all trade, master of few, or master of one in that case. So you try to make master of 2 or 3, and then jack of all trade. So this is one. Second, the AI plus the drug discovery or drug execution or this ailment detection, right? You should read at least 3 examples of each, right? All these 3. Medical tourism was good answer. Hyderabad was a good answer. You guys do this thing, right? Type 1 and type 2 error.
Yeah, we actually do. I have learned that in biostats, but I'm not sure of the definition of type 1, type 2. We do, but what's type 1 error?
It is?
I know it's more of a primary and a secondary error, like
false positive.
Yeah, false positive, false negative, and we make a table of that, and I'm quite aware of that, but I'm not sure about the answer. That's why I said I'm not sure.
Okay. So AI, I think AI wala answer should be AI plus the detection, ailment detection or drug discovery or execution. So this should be 3 examples of that. And I think you should not restrict yourself to pharmaceutical or FMCG, that industry. So why MBA is jack of all trade? You are going there, you would see the opportunity, you will explore opportunities, and then you will end up choosing, this is what I want to do. You do not restrict. Otherwise, it's very simple. You go ahead and do pharma MBA. Yeah. Why would you sit in any other of these school interview?
And considering your profile, so you may be a good fit even in consulting.
Yeah.
Because you have worked in different industries also. And plus pharma. So students from healthcare background are not too many on campus.
Yeah.
And when it comes to consulting companies, their clients can also be from healthcare industry.
Healthcare or as a fact any industry.
So if you have a B.Pharm background, then definitely that will work to your advantage. So capitalize on that.
Yes, sir.
So if you have a different type of a background, then use it as your strength for getting that seat.
Correct me, Devansh, if I am wrong. Retrovirus is, the simple process is DNA to RNA to protein to molecule. The retrovirus is RNA to DNA to RNA and then the process. Yeah. That's why it is called retrovirus.
I realize. Yeah.
You have any question for us?
So I'm personally, I'm passionate about, I am not personally, I don't have any very specific that I have to work in pharma or FMCG. And in fact, I'm more in love, if I want to explore more business, I like to do different things. So I'm in fact more keen to work in consulting. So how can I mention that in the answer that I have chosen the right graduation, but
don't mention anything specific.
Okay.
Because this tells a lot of things. That you know stuff, pharmacy, finance, marketing, you have done stuff, you know stuff. Don't be very specific. You can be as, not vague, but you can delay the answer for 1 year. You can say that I will explore more areas, because generally specialization happen after the first year. You have to choose it. So you will study for 1 year and then you will see where do you want to go. Do not be pharmaceutical or FMCG or consulting or something like that. You may have a tilt, but then it can be a general tilt. I am still not very sure of that. That's why I want to explore.
So I don't need to mention that tilt. I just need to be
unless you are very clear that I want to be in consulting and these are my organization, this is my position that I want to end up into. Unless that is the case.
But I think it's not good to have so much stubbornness in the start, I guess.
Exactly. And that's why I told you, you told pharmaceutical, FMCG, मैं बोला consulting. हाँ, consulting भी ले लूँगा. So that cannot work. ठीक है?
Thank you, sir.
All the
Keep up
best.
the energy, but that should not reflect into the speed of your speech.
Thank you so much, sir.
All the best.
All right, sure.